Hello there, my name's Card. I'm a long-time progressive community organiser and activist. And today, I just wanted to briefly talk about a reactionary dog whistle that's been around for a while now, as well as what it really means and who's using it. For those who might not know, in politics, a dog whistle is a word, a phrase, or a symbol which seems perfectly innocent and innocuous to most people, but which really communicates a more sinister hidden message to those in the know. There'll also be a playlist of videos of mine, linked at the top of the description, which goes into detail about all sorts of reactionary dog whistles and how to spot them. Today specifically, I wanted to explain one of the most used pieces of reactionary symbolism, the triple parentheses, also known as the echo. In short, this isn't a particularly subtle dog whistle, and it just takes the form of putting 3 pairs of brackets around any person, object, or concept the far right associates with Jewishness whenever they type or write it out. Since the hard reactionary right in the West hates Jews and anything they so much as suspect is Jewish, they evidently need a way to easily mark out everyone and everything they consider Jewish. This means that, about a decade ago now, a lot of far-right online blogs started doing this 3 pairs of brackets thing whenever they wrote anything about someone they didn't like. Nowadays, it's something they do as a running joke of sorts on all sorts of websites, but the basic meaning remains the same. They think the subject in the brackets is Jewish, and that to them is inherently bad. Now, if you just Google the phrase triple parentheses, you can find a lot of reporting about it saying basically the same thing I just did, because it's so blatant and it's been around for a while now. And it is easy to spot if someone is doing this on a mainstream website like Twitter or Reddit. But still, if you didn't know the meaning, you would still miss the implication that whoever wrote it was trying to signal. Therefore, it really is a prime example of why it helps to try and find out what some of these most common reactionary dog whistles do mean, so you can appropriately call them out when you see them used somewhere. And people are still using it for its original anti-Semitic meaning. So importantly, make sure you don't let anyone posting it try and brush it off as merely a joke when they do get called out. The long and the short of this is, either they're using it as just the most basic way of calling someone a Jew disparagingly, or they're using it as an ironic joke, which they still would have presumably picked up by being in some pretty noxious far-right online spaces. So if you see someone putting a bunch of brackets around someone else's name, for example, it's a red flag that they're likely not a good person with decent intentions, just having a little joke. So it could be worth just keeping this one in mind, just in case you ever see people doing it online or elsewhere. That's all I have to say today. It's just something simple I thought you should know about. Once again, my name's Card. If you might want to hear more from me, especially more about emerging or obscure dog whistles and how to spot them, feel free to subscribe to this YouTube page, or just take a look at my other videos. Either way, goodbye for now, and have a lovely day.